Got it.
Look at that.
Bandits up ahead.
We're in for some fun.
Help! Please!
Damn it! I need healing!
That's the way? Sure.
Here we go.
Lost soul.
You take them down.
What a pleasant surprise.
Get ready.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Have to wait. I need help over here. I need healing.
They killed one of our heroes.
Will do. Come on. Don't die on us now. Sure. Understood.
Blasted armor. Alright, why not?
Wrong place, wrong time, friend.
Highwaymen. They will
Danger
fall.
up ahead!
All right, here goes. Uh-huh.
We should get moving.
Hmm?
Yes? This way, right?
Got it.
That way? Sounds like a plan. You got it. Sounds like a plan.
All right, why not?
Travelers, huh? Well, if you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place. Huh. A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter...
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn.
Never mind.
That way? Sure.
Huh. A traveler. Don't...
Never mind. Will do.
You got it.
Understood.
That way?
Well, keep your shield.
Huh. Interesting. I'll take a look. Sounds like a plan.
Huh. Intriguing.
Another human? Well, isn't that great?
We're just...
No, say no more. I know why you're here. Looking for some nice elven kin to enhance your bloodline, aren't you?
What?
Yes, that's what I thought. Well, why don't you join your fellow crossbreeders in the Wolfgar lands? There you can copulate all you want. Now sod off.
Armors and shields, everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. A fair offer.
Now would you look at that?
What? Who are you? Who let you in?
The gate was unguarded.
Really? Next thing you know, this place is being overrun by undead because the guards have all gathered to hear us bicker. You're from Gravefell, aren't you? I recognize that accent. I'm Arlen Finrir.
I'm looking for allies. But let me start from the beginning.
Ah, so, you're Isamo Taha's child. Well, you're lucky, I believe, that the Guardians have given... And it's true that the bloodburn has to be ended. I can agree with those crazy cultists on that much.
So, you're going to help us?
I would if I could. But as you may have gathered by now, we have our own battle to fight here. Ellen has cursed.
Who is the other elf? The one you were arguing with?
A misguided fool. And sadly one with a very influential father, who made him the second scry of this township.
Ellen has cursed you?
Yes. Our lands are withering, and every 1 in 10 elves loses his mind.
And you think Ellen has inflicted this curse?
I know. You see, since we Moria left Finnenmere, more and more of our people have fallen. Briefly put, We were cast out of the Finnanmere Empire after we expressed doubts about the Elven Council.
Yes, I know the story.
As you can imagine, the years we spent on the road searching for a new home were strenuous. And as a result of that, more and more of our people lost faith in the Guardians, which is ironic, since our faith was one of the reasons we were cast out in the first place.
And what does all this have to do with the corruption?
Isn't...
You mean...
Yes. Ellen has protected our kind for millennia. And now, we have betrayed her. This is her punishment.
If we help you lift this curse, would you be willing to ally yourself?
Well, the Bloodburn is a scourge for all races, so... But let me think about it first, will you? This isn't something I...
Oh, great. Now you've fed them the same nonsense. Well done, Finrior.
Not what I'd call myself.
That's so. Well, who am I? Who let you in? What? Great. But please, forgive my manners. I'm Varden Merilith. Second, who are you? And what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, that's a surprise. I know the story. Once more, I would like to apologize. And also, I would like to express my admiration for your courage. I know you refuse to carry...
How?
Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think you are lying. And after the events in Lianon, it's not to mention the fact that the Bloodburn needs to be stopped.
So you will provide us with troops?
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not now. We currently...
What problems do you...
The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the Bloodburn. Elves and animals are affected, and for some reason it has a different effect.
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough, the Council can't decide on a course of action. Pathetic, isn't it? People are dying, but all we do...
As I said, I'm trying to find a cure.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Well, yes, maybe your knowledge about the blood... Give me a moment to think this through, will you? There are some things I need to consider.
All right.
Varden, please, would you mind leaving these travelers alone with your obscure theories?
Yes, sure, Arlen. Just keep on acting as if the Bloodburn isn't a threat. Blazes, wake up! We need to face the facts, or we will go down. It's as simple as that.
Facts? There aren't any facts. There's no evidence that the Bloodburn is related to this at all.
Is that so? And what about your Guardian theory? Where was your beloved Ellen when they drove us out of whatever village we seek shelter in? The Guardians are gone, Arlen. Just admit it already. Maybe it's about time the Moorhair started relying on reason rather than superstition.
Watch your tongue, boy. I was already a scryer when you were still sucking on your mother's teat.
That's your argument?
Yes. I'm tired of seeing you spit on our traditions, spit on everything that has made our culture into what it once was. Just look at where we stand, Varden. We're refugees in a makeshift town in a bloody rainforest. And we're dying for heck's sake. We're pathetic. But instead of facing the truth, we've turned our backs on the only one who still cares for us, Ellen.
Now what?
Well, if there's any way to get their support, it's by helping them cure this corruption.
We won't know if we don't try. For what it's worth, I think we should ally ourselves with Merilith. The other one is too backwards looking for my liking.
Then let's let them know.
All right, this is pointless. Does your offer still stand? An outsider who isn't dependent on the Council's approval might be just what we need.
I'll be off.
Salagar, this is getting ridiculous. If nothing happens, we'll still be arguing in our graves. Tell me, your offer, does it still stand? An outsider who isn't dependent on the Council?
As I said, I'm happy to help.
Good. Blazes, you have no idea how good it is to come. Let's discuss this elsewhere.
Got it.
That's better. Blasted, isn't it incredible how this old man is unwilling to see reason?
From his point of view, you're the one who's being stubborn.
There's a difference between being pious and being... Anyway, all the better you're here. What we need first is proof to convince Arlen. As long as he insists on fighting that plague and...
What kind of proof did you have in mind?
That remains to be seen. First of all, scout Leaf Shade's surroundings. Just like the Bloodburn, the infections don't... Secondly, there's a human military outpost nearby. To investigate, you'll need to ask for permission to cross... After the disaster in Lianan, the last thing we want is another breach of our...
All right. We'll do our best.
Yes, and thank you. I appreciate your help.
Niehaus hammer. I was beginning to think these discussions were never going to end.
No argument there. Let's go talk to the soldiers and see if they let us into their territory to find that proof.
Triad. Ellen's reigns.
Huh?
Blazes. What if...
Tahar, I don't like how it's... Alright, so what the blazes was that? Why did it attack us?
The corruption. It must have taken hold of it.
That's odd.
Ugh. Do you smell that?
Yeah, like carrion.
And the water has the same color as the blisters on the corrupted.
If you ask me, we just found the cause of this plague. And it's definitely not a curse.
Let's see.
A traveler. Don't...
Who are you people? This is...
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. Just as for who we are, if you don't know, then you probably don't have any...
Can you let us in?
As I said, no.
Wait, not so fast.
The more here, huh? All right, fine. Come in, but make it quick.
Don't you think these soldiers will recognize you?
I doubt it. Even if they know General Noria is looking for me, they wouldn't know my face.
You should rethink your position, old man. The light doesn't show mercy on those who betray it.
Well, maybe the light can show you the way out of my bloody camp instead.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, I think I do. I'm messing with a bunch of renegade cutthroats who think they can walk into a camp of the Royal Army and make demands just because their lunatic leader told you so. So, what? Wait a moment.
I think you're mistaking me for someone.
Oh, am I? Could have sworn.
The guard let me in. My name is Tahar, and I'm with the
Tahar? Like that sodding rebel mage bastard? Boy, I surely don't envy your name. Forenta. So, what news do you bring from our
Well, I assume you've taken note of this strange plague going on in Leafshade. The elves have sent me to investigate it and are asking permission to cross borders.
Granted.
Just like that?
What should I say? We need this plague gone as much as the more here. We've stayed away from the corrupted parts. Just don't do anything unwise, and you can walk freely within our sector. One more thing, though. There's something that we need done, and I don't have any men to spare at the moment. Would you be willing to help us as a sign of goodwill?
Of course. What?
Well, it's simple. Since we made camp here, some of my men and women have come. We ordered a shipment of herbs from another outpost in the Utran lands, but it hasn't arrived, and the Would you be willing to search the shore for my scout, or maybe the ship itself?
Sure. Any idea where we should...
Aye. Do you have a map? Here.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, it's not as if we're in a hurry.
It never hurts to have additional...
Oi, you. Wait a moment.
Me?
No. The Queen's golden tits. Of course you. Say, does the name Bertrand Carpel ring a bell for you?
Why? What do you know about Bertrand?
Not much. Only that he came by our camp just this morning and told me he was... Anyway, I told him I had no bloody idea what he was on about. So he left, which heck knows why you did.
What's the message?
Just that he's up north somewhere, here in Leafshade, and that he'll be waiting there for you until dusk.
Huh. Well...
Don't mention it. Safe travels.
Well, that went better than expected.
Attack!
No!
More cutthroats. Take them down.
What the? What are you doing, Iana?
I do. I'm Iana. I and those 5 men were hired to kill you.
Sorry, but I don't understand. Why did you help us?
I'm afraid that's complicated. Do you prefer the short or the long version?
The short version.
I know that you are after a cure for the blood burn.
And that made you change your mind?
Yes. To be frank, I lost someone to the blood burn. Someone very close to me. And even though nothing is going to bring her back, I want an answer. In other words, I want to offer you my services.
That guard who sent us here, he mentioned a friend of mine, Bertrand. Did you...
harm him? No. I don't even know who or where he is. Leonider gave us that name and told us it would be a good lure. So we paid that guard a handful of coins to tell you his story. That's it.
How can you help us?
Well, judging from the trail of blood you left behind, this won't be your last battle. I can make sure they'll end in your favor. Also, I am... how should I put it? Different. I can feel and see things others can't.
Huh. Such as?
Such as the fact that you are searching for something you're afraid you'll never find. There's a voice haunting you from...
I don't know what you're talking about, woman.
Maybe. Only, long story short, I'm...
a dreamweaver. I've heard that before.
Close. Let us suffice to say that I feel and perceive different...
Fair enough. Join us if you must. We need all the support.
Thank you.
Let's head back to Lathwain.
Yes?
You got it. That way?
As you want. Understood.
Sure.